Hello everyone, welcome to the SS Zone by Yash Tirwal #Abhyas. So now we will going to start another chapter of science, social science, of standard 10, and this chapter is of geography portion, and the name of the chapter is Natural Resources, chapter number 8. So, as usual, starts with the introduction. Okay. One of the very basic statements are given in this particular chapter. That is, human needs are unlimited, whereas resources are limited. I repeat, human needs are unlimited, whereas resources are limited. From that statement, another statement is given, that is, human needs can be satisfied by the partially or completely use of resources. So in both the sentences, we are connecting human needs with the resources, right? But what is the exact meaning of the word called resources? So I'll tell you the definition according to your textbook first. Look, the elements which can be utilized by the man with the help of his knowledge and his expertise, that is called as resource. Also, this is one of the easiest definition, but I'll tell you more easier definition of resources. Whenever, whatever you is in use, okay, whatever the thing, whenever it is in use, it is termed as resources. If any particular thing is useful to mankind, then it is termed as resources. Okay, fiction. There are two types of resources. First, natural resources, which is useful to us directly from the nature, by the nature. And the second, that is man-made resources. That is anything which is made by the humans and we are using it for our sake of convenience. Right? So in nature there are so many things which we are utilizing. I'll tell you the examples. Sun, soil, water, and so. Wood, forest, and so. Right? There are numbers of examples of the things what we are utilizing in our day-to-day life, which is given to us by nature, and we are utilizing that, and hence it is called as natural resources. And in this particular chapter, we will emphasize strictly on the natural resources, as it is given the name of the chapter also. But yes, anything, it is termed as resources until and unless it is useful. Once it is stopped using it, or once one person stop using that kind of thing, then that particular thing won't be called as termed as resources anymore. Okay, I'll give you the simple example. We are using oxygen as our breathing resource, correct? But if we stop taking oxygen in our breathing process, then later onwards, oxygen is no more breathing resources for us. So simple. Anything which can be termed as resources until and unless it is useful, right? In the earlier era, minerals were not useful, or else we were not using the minerals, okay? And that was the reason that in earlier era, minerals were not natural resources. But nowadays, okay, we are using the minerals, okay, which are mining out it from the interior part of the earth, and after selling it, we are earning the money, or after using it we are earning the money. So nowadays minerals are resources, but earlier time we were not using the minerals and hence it was not resources, but now it is resources. Clear? Okay. There are various methods through which one can easily extract out such all the natural elements like wood. So after cutting the trees, one can get the woods. Okay. So there are various methods also through which one can get these natural resources. Right. We are using these natural resources, and it is very important to us because it has two virtues. What two virtues possessed by the natural resources? So those virtues are utility and the second thing, capability, which means in simple terms, the natural resources are usable, and it can be used to do any kind of work, right? So it is usable and it is also capable to carry out that work, right? So these are the two virtues of natural resources, and these natural resources, or else how one can use such natural resources, that depends upon its own culture. Say for example, the leaves of the banana tree, right? So in southern India, the people using banana tree as a dish, okay, as a plate, and on that they serve all the stuffs for eating and then they eat it. In some other culture, they will use that particular thing in some other way. So how you will use any particular kind of natural resource, that is depends upon your own culture. And thus a statement is given, that is the natural resources made up with the interaction of the three things, and those three things are nature itself, the man, the one who is using it, and the third, culture. Right? So that's it about the introduction of chapter number 8. Thank you.